That's good, bro. You the old guy now. That's crazy. Hey, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? This 4 round? You've lost every single one of them. You've lost every single round. This could be a legacy.
There we go. How'd you feel, AJ?
It could have been better, but we got there in the end.
Oh, thank you.
Could have been better, but we got there in the end.
Yeah. Curious, man. How does Tyler feel in this?
It was alright.
Yeah. Did you? Were you surprised he lasted as long as he did? Huh? Were you surprised he lasted as long as he did?
Kinda.
So,
No.
what'd you think?
Good fight.
Yeah.
Good fight. Listen, respect to Jake. You know, he was a tough guy in there. Obviously, he moved a lot that made it difficult for AJ. And AJ's been out of the ring for a while. He's a bit rusty. It took him time to just get hold of him, but I was impressed with Jake. And listen, as I said to Nikisa, at the end of the day, he took shots that a lot of people would have got knocked out, clean out, but especially at the end, you know. So
Was it frustrating for you to watch?
no, I mean, maybe like obviously when someone's moving like that, like it's going to take you a while to get hold of them. And when they're rugby tackling you, but he had to do.
The Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight felt like one of those rare moments where boxing reality head on, and modern spectacle collide
not quietly,
not
but right
quietly,
in the middle where to hide.
not politely,
From the opening bell,
right in the
the
center of
tension
the
wasn't
ring,
just about
where
punches.
there's nowhere to hide. From the opening bell, the tension wasn't just about punches. It was about eras colliding.
So proud of him. That was incredible. In my view, that was a victory on all fronts.
Right.
Like minus the actual victory, of course, but bro, like no one expected him to last 6 rounds with AJ. In my opinion, he won 4 of them. People will argue that he at least won 3. No one expected him to last that long. Rolled his ankle, broke his jaw, still fucking fighting, man. Like that's toughness.
Time, and you got to realize, you know, Jake Paul had his hands down.
Yeah,
He was basically waiting for that knockout.
absolutely. And where is the Tyson Fury Joshua fighting happening now?
Yeah, it should happen. I think it should
Who
happen.
wins it? Who wins it? Lennox? Who wins it?
Oh, don't ask me too soon. It's too soon for that, man.
Excuse me, Lennox. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I miss you, Lennox.
Hey, what's going on,
up,
buddy?
Man? Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
Just let me know your thoughts on Jake going 6 rounds with AJ.
You know, the fact that he did that, it was good because, you know, we didn't think it was going to go 6 rounds. We thought it was going to go 2. So the fact that he made 6 rounds, it's an accomplishment for Jake Paul.
It was identity versus identity. Pride sharing the same canvas. Jake moved with that familiar confidence. Loose shoulders, calm eyes. Fighting like he believed the script had already been written in his favor. Joshua, on the other hand, carried himself like a man who's lived through pressure before and understands how loud silence can become inside a big fight.
You got the finish that you desired, but can you kind of talk about the frustration of dealing with Jake's movement? Is that what you expected out of him in this fight? And were the things that you think about that was like, I could have done something a little bit better than this night earlier?
So, we'll see what's going to happen in this fight. Jake would have either come full steam ahead 100 miles an hour, or Jake would have moved around the ring 100 miles an hour. There's 2 things I would have done. Tried to shut Jake down at 100 miles an hour, or I would have gone on the back foot. So Jake decided to move around the ring, and I decided to put the pressure on.
Were you impressed the fact that Jake lasted so long, or I don't know, what's your take on it?
Not really. I expected that, you know.
You expected him to last?
I mean, I expected Jake to fight the way he fought.
Right.
You know, trying to stay away. You don't know if how long that's gonna last. You know, Joshua has something to say about that. So you don't know, but I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised.
I tried when I could. It was a bit messy, but from a systematical breakdown, the right hand landed, it found its home, and the referee waved it off after. Did he get counted out, or did the ref wave it off?
I believe he got counted out.
So the right hand found its home. I would have loved to have landed some more body shots, but it weren't for tonight, maybe in the future, but we got the job done.
Every exchange felt heavy with meaning. Not reckless, not wild, just loaded. As if both men knew every step, every feint. Every breath was being judged by two completely different audiences, watching for two completely different reasons. The crowd hovered between excitement and disbelief, reacting to moments that felt less like a normal fight and more like a cultural checkpoint for boxing.
He broke his jaw in the aftermath. Has he gone to hospital? What's the health update on Jake?
Yeah, we think he broke his jaw. He's fine. We met with Netflix afterwards. He took a shower. He drove himself to the hospital. A broken jaw is very common in sports, particularly in boxing or MMA, and I think the recovery time from the doctors and surgeons we've already talked to is 4 to 6 weeks.
Fighting's not just physical, it's psychological. And when you understand the psychological warfare, I did say to you that, Jake, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna see a time when I'm gonna take your soul and you're either gonna give up or you're gonna get knocked out. And unless you have that instinct, you just will never be a good fighter. So I wish that I could have knocked him out at the start. But as we saw tonight, Jake has spirit. He has some heart.
You could see Joshua measuring distance, choosing patience over impulse, while Jake leaned into belief and timing, trying to prove that preparation and confidence can bend expectations. It wasn't chaos. It wasn't a circus. It was controlled intensity, ambition flashing against experience, momentum shifting without ever fully tipping. And that uncertainty is what made it compelling. This wasn't just a fight. It was a question playing out in real time, round by round. Does boxing only respect history? Or can the future knock on the door before it's invited in? Between rounds, the body language said everything. To corners solving completely different puzzles under the same ticking clock. You could feel the energy tighten, not because of panic.
We were going to beat him, but I didn't expect it to go as many rounds as it did. And I think Jake deserves a huge amount of credit because I know he ran and held, but he did throw shots at times. But where I think he deserves credit is he took some punishment. And that shot was a similar right hand that flattened Ngannou and put him to sleep. And I know it shattered Jake Paul's jaw and broke his jaw, but he was, I mean, it wasn't okay, but he was he was awake. So I've got to give him credit. I think he's a crazy.
Did you see it like ending, like the way it was going?
Man, Jake Paul landed some punches, bro. Some crazy. It got his weight class.
Right. I was gonna say he landed that right hand flash and it didn't seem to do anything.
Not his weight class.
Right. So what's next? Is it keep fighting? Do you think he did well enough to keep fighting?
I want to see Jake Paul in there again.
You want to see him again?
I want to see him. And I'm trying to think of with who, but you guys don't give Jake Paul enough credit, bro.
But because both fighters understood one small adjustment could change everything. The ring became a pressure chamber, stripping away hype and narratives, leaving only skill, nerve, and the ability to stay composed when the moment demands everything at once. After the fight, Eddie Hearn spoke like a man who had just watched very different worlds share the same ring, and somehow make it work. He said the bout unfolded exactly how real heavyweight fights do when pressure, preparation, and ambition collide. Patience mixed with tension, decisions carrying real weight.
Have the balls ever to step in a boxing ring to bring in their life. He stepped in a boxing ring with one of the baddest men on the planet, who's 40 pounds heavier than him and 6 inches taller. That's insane. One of the most skilled fighters on the planet. My brother, as a YouTuber, went 6 rounds with him in a fight with a broken jaw and rolled ankle.
Hat off to him because, number one, a lot of fighters haven't got in the ring with me and Jake did. And secondly, even when he got knocked down, he kept on trying to get up. And I take my hat off to him. So America, I think you have someone who could potentially, if he still has the heart for it, come back again, dust the dirt off his shoulder and come again and maybe sell out this center sometime in 2026. Maybe against a Gervonta Davis, a Ryan.
Hearn praised Joshua's composure and structure, the way he read space and respected every exchange without arrogance. At the same time, he gave Jake Paul credit for showing real nerve, staying disciplined, and continuing to believe while standing across from a seasoned heavyweight under the brightest lights. He made it clear that once the bell rang, narratives stopped mattering.
Gutted, but more than fine. It was just fucking breathtaking, the whole thing. I mean, if you want drama, you fucking got drama. I mean, but I'm so proud of AJ because he couldn't have had a worse start. First round, just went back in a straight line with his chin in the air, got hit by a monster right hand. Second round, took a shellacking, was out of the fight. The fight was over. You know, I actually felt at the end of the second round, I actually thought the fight was over at the end of the second round. And the third round, just holding on for dear life. Back and win this from here. This will be one of the greatest comeback victories of all time. But unfortunately, walked onto a monster right hand. No, I'm right.
Tom, can I sneak one?
And just really done anymore. When it's all over, you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I tried my absolute nuts off in there tonight.
Only execution did. This fight demanded focus, composure, and courage from everyone involved. And it gave boxing another moment people won't stop debating anytime soon. Now I want to hear from you. Did this fight change how you see crossover bouts? Or did it reinforce what you already believe about heavyweight boxing? Drop your takes in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters. See you in the next one.